Bayle the Betrayer is a ruthless close-quarters bruiser. As a jungle player, his presence in any lane will be short and savage, diving out of a fog wall, tearing through enemies as they run back to their tower, and getting harder to lock down the lower his health gets thanks to his crazy passive ability. In offlane, sure, he's all about extended combat, but when you're dealing with the jungle Bayle, he's aiming to take you out of the game, and to do it fast. What's up guys, it's Menace, and in this video we will be breaking down the ideal augment, build, and early to late game strategy for playing Bayle in Ranked. If you find this video useful, be sure to leave a like and a comment below any changes you would suggest, as well as your experience after soaking this all in. As a jungle rogue, you want to use his Betrayer's Requiem augment. It's designed around Bayle's ultimate ability, Kingslayer. The augment reads, Kingslayer uppercuts all enemies in an area around the initial target. Additionally, Kingslayer's cooldown is reduced by 20%. Now, while this augment doesn't really shine until you get to mid or late game when group fights are more common, what it does is allow Bayle to charge into a team fight and immobilize multiple enemies at once, throwing off the team's formation and giving your team below a numbers advantage for a few crucial seconds. Compared to the other augments available, this one definitely provides the most utility for a jungle rogue where you won't spend the majority of your time in a 1v1 scenario like offlane. The crest I would suggest is not a common one. It sees less use than its counterparts. Brutalix's crest clears all debuffs and grants 60% tenacity for 4 seconds. Which is great for most, if not all, heroes that rely on close combat fighting and need to stick to the target. What makes it so good for Bayle, however, is that when paired with his passive Berserk, he gains 90% tenacity. It's near enough impossible to keep him locked down while they're both active, and at the 40% health mark, the last thing you want is to not be able to utilize Lifesteal or Omni because your enemy keeps slowing you down. As a hero, Bayle's strength in the jungle lies in his built-in Omni Vamp, his ability to close distance and to stun an enemy from mid-range. When joining lanes for a gank, he can jump straight out of the fog wall and be on top of his target immediately. It's very hard to lose a gank opportunity when your team is aware you're on your way. As for his weaknesses, any enemy that can keep a distance from Bayle will make it very difficult for him to take advantage. A Twin Blast that can dodge out of the way of Bayle's jump and maintain that small distance can chip away at his health by the time he can stun and catch up to him, making him think twice about committing to the full gank. Let's go through a full build that turns Bayle into a true jungle monster. While health is important, you want to ensure that your end build Bayle has a healthy dose of ability haste and is capable of dealing a lot of damage above everything else. Lifesteal complements a jungle Bayle, as there is not any time he should be around enemies and not be hacking away at them. Augmentation gives Bayle the perfect opener: power, health, ability haste, and attack speed. Once he jumps out of the fog walls and lands on his enemy, Augmentation gives his first basic attack that little bit of burst to assist the assault. Earthshaker complements this further with more attack speed, more ability haste, and adds % damage to his abilities. Building on top of these two powerhouse items, Aegis of Agawar completes Bayle's health requirements as a durable hero. This also introduces critical chance to Bayle's toolkit, further enhancing the attack speed you gain from the first two items. This is where I like to switch the focus from a well-rounded item that grants Bayle a larger health pool more into raw power that provides sustain. Solaris gels with both Augmentation and Aegis, granting Bayle more critical chance and introducing a helling aspect to the enhanced basic attack Bayle can use after his abilities. The next two items I suggest after Solaris, Terminus and Psionic Echo, offer an impressive 100 physical power, 20% critical chance, and 30% lifesteal. Their item effects are just the cherries on top. Together, these 6 items create a bruiser Bayle who's not only tough, but deadly. He can sustain himself in a team fight, but is also a nightmare to go up against 1v1. Start with augmentation every time. It's flexible, offering a wide range of stats that improve all aspects of Bayle from his jungle clear to his ganking capabilities. It's always worth mentioning the use of a tainted item in situations where the enemy team are heal-heavy, so slot Tainted Blade in place of Terminus or Solaris. Tainted's healing reduction is a game changer when it is needed. So how do you play Bayle during the early game? Bayle's strength spikes after his first item, so prioritize your clear and don't worry too much about ganks unless the opportunity is presenting itself. Look for opportunities to punish overextended laners, but don't forget that by the time Fangtooth and Orb Prime come about, you're ready to at least start chipping away at their health bars alone. Once you've completed the first 3 items in this build, Bayle transforms from a jungle skirmisher into a full-blown frontline force. You can dive straight into teamfights, disrupt the backline, and sustain through the chaos. Use Skull Crusher to close gaps, but be sure to keep your health in mind until you've built some form of sustain. The lower your health gets during this time, the scarier you become. And once you have all items online, you may not even stay below 40% health for too long. And that's all I have for you guys in this one. To wrap it up, Bayle Jungle is all about control through chaos. With Betrayer's Requiem, Brutalix Crasp, and this build, you'll find yourself thriving in the thick of fights instead of running from them. Focus on efficiency early, aggression mid, and absolute domination late. If this guide helped you, drop a comment with your favorite Bayle moment. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more predecessor guides and builds. See you in the jungle.